my thought process, and what makes it more exciting is it's not just me sharing my thoughts. You also share yours with me, and well, we get to reflect on certain things as we journey along on this ride. And hey, if you're on Instagram as well, you'd actually see what I look like today. Yes, I decided to go live today. So you can join me on Instagram and hey, find out what I'm looking like today. Maybe my hair's all looking good or not. I'm going to just leave you there. Okie doke. Lagos, let's get into the musings. I know that this is the festive period and most people are swamped. The friends, family, and everything that you've been looking out to receiving and all the planning you've been getting onto. But bearing in mind that stress can definitely get to you. And here's why I'm sharing this musing. So I was talking with a colleague 2 days ago, and she made mention of how one of her child's teacher, yes, one of her child's class teacher, had passed away without no one knowing about it. And owing to the stress of life weighing on her. Sadly, she had gone to use the restroom and nobody thought, naturally they were all looking out for her and all, but nobody thought about it. They just thought, she had gone home. But it was until much later when one of the cleaners had, gone into the restroom to just clean up the restroom, and that's where they found her. She had slumped. She was just there. And by the time the autopsy and all that came through, it just spoke to how people can, owing to stress, just have too much weighing on them. So that's why I decided to talk about stress and how you need to manage it. Yes, and I say manage because you can run away from the stressful things around us, but what you can do is manage it. And I'm going to share some certain tips and tricks that you can actually try. More so, you can actually reach out to your medical practitioner if you're going through a lot and you need to unwind, you need to unburden. Please visit your doctor and they would give you the best form. I'm not talking about medication this time. There'll be things that they can advise you to do to make it easier on you. So one of the things you can actually practice, and this is something that most doctors will tell you, is meditation and mindfulness. And when I say meditation, I'm not saying you have to be in a spiritual state. No. What it means basically is you practicing how to stay calm even when the storm is raging. Yes, I know it's just saying that just sounds like, stay calm? No, my body is always active and, well, it's not going to help you. Your stress level will just be shooting to the roof. So what you need to do is stay calm, take some deep breaths, and try to reduce whatever anxieties you're going through. I know it can be a bit difficult, but one of the things that you can do is making sure that you take deep breaths at every point in time. Then just unwind. Remove yourself from that space if you have to at that particular time, because the more you're within that space, the more it just seems to weigh on you. And hey, you don't want to go where you don't want to go. So that's one of the things you can actually practice. And it's worked for a lot of people. So some people try yoga. So if that's a thing for you, you can try that as well. And that leads me to physical exercise. Some people say that once they exercise, it helps them to relieve whatever stress. Just because they're, taking either a very long walk or even having some cardio exercise, it helps them burn off all that stress, all those energy, pent-up energy that they've been holding on to, makes their life a whole lot easier. So I want to know, what are the things you get to do and how do you even go about it when it comes to trying to relieve whatever stress you're going through? I know it can be a lot, especially during this period, but share with me, Lagos, are you into meditation? Is that something you apply for or you get to do? Or do you get to take those long walks? And before you come for me and saying take which long walk where we don't have beach sides. You don't have to you don't have to be at the beach sides. I know that, yes, taking those long walks sometimes with Lagos fumes and everything could just be a deterrent. But hey, if that's what would, if you could just find the environment that will be suitable for you at that point in time to take those long walks, please do that. Your body will be grateful for it. So will you. It also helps you burden your mind. And if you're doing that, probably just have the right music within that space. I know that yoga is something that some people have started learning how to do. So if that's also on your plate, I think you can start to doing it. And it's not for, it's not only for the young ones, because I've heard some people say it's only people who are young and can stretch. I've seen older people who get into yoga and at their older age. Let me put it that way. So it's all about you learning how to stretch and what works for you. But Lagos, let me know what exactly works for you and how you've been able to incorporate this so as to reducing your stress levels. One other thing that I know that we're trying to work with is time management. It just seems like every day is running. And yes, I say every day, every other minute. Before you know, now it's about, 7 minutes past 5. But before you know it, it's 5:30. And you're wondering, where did the day go? Well, that's one of the things you need to know how to do. Manage your time wisely. And once you're able to manage your time, you can do this by organizing your tasks as you go daily. Some people have calendars. Some people have to-do lists. Whatever works for you, please let me know. And it will definitely be helpful. Okay, Jalila, I see you smiling. What is Lagos on about? Or who's trying to share a thought or two? Okay, come through.
Ayo says, concerning the last music, it's too late for yoga. I'm stiffer than concrete.
No, that's not true. Anybody could actually learn, how to stretch and things. But I'll leave that to you to just go to a yoga practitioner and they'll teach you how to start out small. Before you know it, all those top muscles will stretch out. You'll be even amazed that you'll be a whole lot better than some 5-year-olds. Okay, moving away from that one. One other thing you can do is make sure that you have a healthy sleep routine. No, it's not sleeping by 2 a.m. and waking up by 4. That's not a healthy sleep routine. And yes, I'm looking at you with all my side eye and so much more. I don't know why people think that when they have the shortest sleep pattern, that's when they're more productive. Those are lies. Even the doctors will tell you that's not healthy. So please make sure you have a healthy sleep routine. I know that can be a bit difficult, but your brain needs to reset. Find the time to sleep right. I know that for an adult, you're supposed to have at least 7 to 8 hours of sleep, but you'll find that some people will tell you that just 3 hours. That's it. I'll be very productive. No, that's not true. That's you just killing yourself and making your lifespan shorter. So get more sleep and do yourself a whole lot of good. And finally, the one thing that I know is getting the right support system. This cannot be overemphasized when it comes to relieving your stress. Some people have particular people that they go to when they need to just escape the craziness of their lives. So find that person or people that actually make it worth your while. And trust me when I say this, it will do you a whole lot of good. If you have those people in your lives, be grateful to them. And it's not only when they have to spend money. No, you just being in their company sometimes just makes it a whole lot better. I just needed to put that out there because some people will come for me now saying, hey, if I don't have money, how am I going to spend time with my people? Just spending time, quality time, will do you a lot of good. I'll get to you and your reactions at 6. However, at 5:15, we'll be getting into smooth health. And so we're talking about foodborne diseases, how to understand it as well as manage it. But Lagos, see you on the other side at 5:15. As always, don't move a muscle. Stay on Smooth 98.1.
This is Shay Shay.
And you
are listening to Smooth 98.1.